All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to start with our toe lifts. And we haven't done this for a while, so we're going to do a pyramid or a hill climb workout today. Heels up, right, and left. So we have 8 exercises. Round 1, we're going to do exercise 1. Round 2, we're going to do exercises 1 and 2. And then each round, we're going to add on a new exercise until we get to the end. Let's march. So we're going to lift the leg, try to get the thigh close to parallel to the ground. You can start to add a little bicep curl. Good. 4, 3, 2. All right, hamstring curls, tricep, press it back. Reach your hands back like you're trying to grab your heel. Or you're trying to think about pushing something away from you. 4, 3, knees back up. We're going to add that little bit of rotation. So shoulder is going to move towards your opposite hip. 4, 3, 2. All right, back to our curls, and we're going to pull. So think about driving the elbows back towards the wall behind you. Waking up the shoulders a little bit, waking up the back. 4, 3, slow deadlift right in the center. Hinge it forwards. Stand up nice and tall. So we're bowing. Got that little bit of a tail feather tuck. Hinge and lift. Hinge and lift. Legs do not have to stay perfectly straight. We soften the knees. There's not a lot of bending for this one. So hinge, lift. Last time, take it forward. We're going to hold it in place. Reach the arms down. We're going to open and close our book. If you need to have your hands on a chair, seat, or something for support, that's okay. Here's 2. Bring it up, slow squat. Sit the hips towards your heels and then push. So I want you to see if you can keep your body position pretty much right where it is and then start to sit. So down and lift. So we don't want to do a lot of bending forward when we do our squats, and we don't want to push our buns back really far when we squat. So again, little tuck, squat it down. Last one. Bring it up, arms up, circle it back, bring it back around to the front. Circle back. Forgot I had to move this. I'm like, why am I hitting my chair or my tree? All right, just going backwards here. So up and back, up and back. So think thumb up, rotate pinky to go down. Good. 4, 3, 2. All right, forward step. We're going to reach it up and back. So it's a little mini lunge, stepping forwards. Usually we do a reach and pull. Today we're going to do a reach up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are staying over our hips. Ribs are stacked. Good, here's 2. And bring it in, side lunge, step it out. Little side to side movement, side and side. Waking up those inner thighs. 4, 3, 2. All right, hold it in the center, cat-cow, inhale, exhale. So it's just a little arch and a little tuck. So gentle arch, tuck it under. Good. 3 more. Again, if you don't want to arch and round, you are more than welcome to just belly breathe. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Hold your tuck. Now we're going to roll it all the way up. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. We are going to step it back into a plank, so adjust your position if needed. Right here. Let's take it down. Hinge it forward. Step it back into your plank. And we're just going to hold. So try to hold a toe plank if you can. If you need to drop to your knees, that's okay too. But I want you to try to hold that toe plank. So 8, 7, 4, 3. Let's lift it up to a down dog, and we're going to very gently walk the dog. A little different today. I'm trying to get everybody used to being on the floor just a little bit more. So very gentle, walk the dog. 4, 3, Let's bring it all the way back up to standing. No judgments how you get there. You can walk it back, you can walk it forwards. You can just come up to standing. Let's go for our heel stomp. So stomp and stomp. If you want to jump, if you're ready for your jumping, go for it. 4, 3, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders. Up, back, and down. Grab a quick drink of water. So today, we've got our pyramid. So it's just an add-on workout. You start with one exercise in round 1, 2 in round 2, 3 in round 3, 4 in round 4. 30 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. So we're gonna start with a sumo deadlift. So wide stance, sumo deadlift, curl it, sumo squat. Second exercise is gonna be the side lunges, either quick body weight or you can do the dumbbell hand switches. Third exercise is going to be a forward lunge with kind of a side to front raise. It's kind of a rainbow. You can also go in reverse if that feels better. We have dumbbell swings. We have rows, single, single, 2 doubles. Then we have our shuffle, our speed freaks. So shuffle with or without a dumbbell or double touch. And then we go down, we have a side plank clamshell, and then we're gonna do a push-up with the down dog. If you're standing for the side plank, you can do a farmer's carry, or you can just hold a dumbbell and do a side leg lift. If you wanna get that little bit of core and hips, and then push up, down dog, banded chest press, or use a chair. So now that we've gone through all of that, I'm gonna grab a couple of dumbbells. Remember, these sumo deadlifts with the curls and the squat, we're gonna be doing 8 rounds of them. So adjust your weights as necessary. Remember the push up with the down dog, we're only doing once. The side plank, we're only doing twice, once on each side. So we're gonna do sumo deadlift, curl, and a squat in 3, 2, and 1. So wide stance. We're gonna do our deadlift, we're gonna curl it up, and then we're going to squat, arms down. So it's a nice good hinge. Curl it up at the top, squat it down, wider stance. Hinge it forward, curl it up, squat it down. Now something to think about today as well is we're just going. So we really don't have rest periods built in when we do our pyramids or our hill climbs. Good, rest. So we really don't have the pyramid or the hill climb. We don't have the rest period, so rest is needed. We're gonna repeat that again right here. So sumo deadlift, curl it up, sumo squat. So hinge forward, so soft knees. It's just like a regular deadlift, but our legs are wider. Toes forward. I like to point mine out to the corner. If your knees and hips don't like going out that far, turn your toes in a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. I am setting 1 dumbbell down. I'm going to keep my legs nice and wide. Our side lunge with our dumbbell switches, and we're just going to take it side and side right here. Side, side. If you want to do this without a dumbbell, you're just going to do a reach. This one's quick. This is a little bit of cardio today, right here. Does not have to be super deep. You can keep it up. The dumbbell switch is good for our brains. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going all the way back. Deadlift, curl, and squat. So grab that second dumbbell. 2 and 1. Good. So deadlift, curl it at the top, squat it down, lift it up. Hinge, lift, squat, and stand. Wherever your toes are pointing, that is where your knees go. So if you're here, I want you to bring those feet in, turn those toes forwards until you can squat it down and keep your knees tracking over your toes. 2 and 1. Side lunge, dumbbell switches. Side lunge, dumbbell switches. 3, 2, and 1. So it's just reach and reach. Chest stays tall. We're not doing a big rotation on this one. This one I want you to almost think anti-rotation. Anti-rotation. Trying to keep your chest fairly centered. 12 seconds. We're going to go lunge with that side to front raise. So you're going to quick grab light to medium dumbbells. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to do this starting with 3s just for something really easy. 2 and 1. So I'm going to lunge it back. Bring it up and down. Up and down. Now, if you need to do your lunge and then bring it up, that's okay. This one is kind of like that chest fly we do, but I'm keeping my palms down. I'm thinking about just lunging. Arms up, touch the ends, back down to the hips. You're drawing a rainbow from your hips all the way to the middle. 2, 1. Sumo deadlift, curl to squat. Here's 2 and 1. Hinge, curl, squat, and stand. Hinge, curl, squat, and stand. And again, feet can be, try to get them at least wider than shoulder width. Can you go wider than shoulder width? Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell switches. Dumbbell switches or quick side lunges. 3, 2, and 1. So push the hips back. Switch side to side. Switch in the middle. Switch in the middle. If you want to add a little extra, drive that elbow back. It can be slow. If you're kind of struggling, I want that dumbbell switch. If you can get it, this is our brain game. Going from one hand to the other while we move side to side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lunge with our rainbow. Lunge with our rainbow. Here's 2 and 1. So I'm just going to draw my rainbow. Parallel to the floor is as high as you have to get. We don't have to bring them way up today or anything. Just draw your rainbow, your base, meet in the middle. Next exercise is our swings. You can do this 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbell, no dumbbell if you need to. I usually say at least 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbell swings. If you're doing 1 dumbbell, I like to overhand grip, mine in the middle, but I like suitcase swings. Here we go. So just rock. Start with the rock. Don't worry about the arms. Start with your rock. We're skiing. We don't want to push the hips forwards just to get it up there, and we don't have to bring it all the way up. Same thing, we don't want to round and arch. We hinge and we stand. We hinge and we stand. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it back. Deadlift, curl, squat. 2 and 1. So hinge it forwards, curl it up, squat, and stand. Hinge, curl, squat, stand. It's okay if your hinge is here, your curl is here, and your squat is here. Everybody's a little bit different. What I want you to think about is if you are feeling this in your low back, there's a really good chance that you're arching it. 2 and 1. I want you to try not to arch it. It's just that little tuck under. Just think about tailbone pointing to the floor. 2 and 1. So side switches. You can see I'm not going super deep here. I'm not going really deep. You can go deeper, take the legs out a little bit wider, add that little elbow drive like your hand is doing a row with an imaginary dumbbell. Good, 10 seconds. We're gonna go for lunges with our rainbows. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lunges with rainbows. I'm going to go up in weight a little bit. I'm going to grab 5s. 2 and 1. So I'm going to do my rainbows. Meet in the middle. So I want you to think you're doing a side raise, and then you decide to do kind of a front raise as well. But it's just draw that rainbow, draw that arch. So you start at your side, you kind of circle. So it's not like you're doing a circle in front. It's a half, forward and up. 3, 2, and 1. All right, dumbbell swings. Dumbbell swings. 3, 2, and 1. So again, just start with your hinge. It's okay if your arms don't get all the way up. I want you to practice that swing. If you can pause it, get that little bit of an extra lift, go for it. But watching my hips, hips back, and then I just stand tall. I don't overarch. Next exercise, rows, single, single, double. 2 and 1. All right, rows, single, single, 2 doubles. Single, single, 2 doubles. 2, 1, hinge it forward. So right, left, both, and both. Right, left, both, both. This is kind of halfway for our list of exercises. So we're going to give those legs a little bit of a break here. Single, double, double. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up. Sumo deadlift, curl, and squat. Maybe you're thinking, man, I'm already feeling this today. Right here. Hinge, bring it up, and squat. So if you're like, I'm done with the dumbbells, you deadlift. And then we do kind of a prisoner sumo squat. Hinge, lift, down, and up. This is also a good one, even if you're not using the dumbbell. Tuck your tail, but squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep it lifted. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it in. Side lunge, dumbbell switches. Option, take away that dumbbell. 2 and 1. So brace the core, side and side. So if you see me from the side, I'm not puffing up my chest and arching my back, but I'm not rounding my spine and reaching down towards the floor. It's that happy medium. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open chest, but rib tuck, tail feather tuck. This is core stability while we're doing something. Good, bring it in. Lunges with our rainbows. 3, 2, and 1. You have the option. Lunge, bring it in front. Lunge, and then bring it in front. But doing the lunge and the exercise at the bottom, little bit more core because you're having to stabilize the lower body and the upper body at the same time. If you need to, upper body only. You're golden. 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbell swings. Dumbbell swings. 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, no dumbbell. 2 and 1. Feet hip width, hinge and lift. So you just push the hips back and then come right back up. You're right here. And then you add that little extra oomph to get the dumbbell parallel to the floor, but it's not pushing the hips back and doing it this way. It's just up. You're on a swing. You're trying to get that swing a little bit higher by using your legs. Good. Carefully set it down. Rows. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. 3, 2. Shoulders down, ribs tucked, hinge it forward. Here we go. Rows. Single, single, double, double. Again, if I turn, if you watch my back, it's kind of neutral here, especially when I'm trying to do my row. I don't want to puff out my chest. You are a ski slope. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, speed freaks. This is our shuffle. You can think about a little floor touch with or without a dumbbell. 2, 1. So I'm going to shuffle, reach for the floor. Shuffle, reach for the floor. Can you do double, triple, or quadruple step touches? Yes, you can. Can you do grapevine, wide behind, wide together, or wide behind, wide in front, and together? Adding in that little bit of a floor reach. Your floor reach, again, is not a head to the floor. It's a squat. 2 and 1. Bring it in. Deadlift, curl, squat. If you're thinking, I want to do weights, but I'm getting tired, 1 dumbbell in each hand. Right here. 1 dumbbell. Hold it in the center. Like I said, this particular exercise, we get 8 rounds of it. I grabbed a couple of 10s. That's perfectly okay for me. This is just a demonstration. I would not do my 15s, not today. So good hinge. Stand tall, curl it up, squat it down, and stand. Good, bring it in. Side lunge, dumbbell switches. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck those ribs, side and side. So when we do our planks and we think about that stable position, now we're using that stable position while our arms and our legs are moving. So we're trying not to do the rounded spine, reach for the floor, or the puffed out chest and the tailbone pointing to the wall behind us. Your tailbone is pointing back behind you to where the wall and the ceiling, or the wall and the floor, good, rest, where the wall and the floor meet. Where the wall and the floor meet. 3, 2, lunge rainbow. So lunge, bring it up. If you're just thinking my legs are done, do just the arms. If you're thinking your arms are not happy, keep doing the legs. Or modify your weights. Like I said, I went up, I've got 5s. I don't want to go any heavier today. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbell swings. 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, no dumbbells. 2 and 1. Here we go. So hinge. Again, just start with your hinge. I don't expect your dumbbells to get super high. I want you to think you're skiing. You're skiing. If we bring down here, we're not going to be able to see where we're going, and we're going to get really dizzy. We start to bring it up. Good glute squeeze. Standing tall, top of your head to the ceiling. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it in. Rows. Single, single. 2 doubles. 3, 2, 1. Hinge it forward. Here we go. Single, single, double, and double. Shoulder blades are down and back. Shoulders are away from our ears. Sometimes we start to scrunch. Shoulders up. Shoulders stay down. Long neck, long neck. And then I'm not doing a ski slope where I jump off the end. 2 and 1. All right, speed freaks. Shuffle. Option, you grab a dumbbell. 100% optional. 2 and 1. So I shuffle and I set it down. Shuffle like I'm going to set the dumbbell on the floor. If you're like, I've done enough legs today, ditch the dumbbell right here. We're also not setting the dumbbell down off to the side, and we're not turning. We're setting it down right in front of us. You can also imagine you've got 2 cones and you're shuffling from one cone. You tap it and then you go to the other. Good, bring it in. Side plank with a clamshell, or hold a dumbbell on one side and do your side leg lift. But we're just gonna hold it here. Side plank clamshell. Side plank clamshell. So lift and lower. Lift and lower. If you're standing, you're right here. Stand. Do that lift and lower. So you've got to work core work here, side leg lift here. Yes, yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we got to come back up. This is the hard part. This is the only time we have to go floor to standing. We've got 1 round left. 1 round left. Here we go. Sumo, curl, and squat. And I know some of you are like, yeah, I'm gonna take this 30 seconds as a rest period, and that's okay. We've already done 7 rounds of this, so if you miss a couple out of this round, it's okay. Now remember, next round, that side plank clamshell, we gotta do the other leg. 2 and 1. Side lunge, dumbbell switches. Today's kind of flying. That's why I like doing pyramids sometimes. Side lunge, dumbbell switches right here. Side and side. So reach and reach. And again, it can be small in the center, but if you can go a little farther, reach it a little bit closer to the floor. 10 seconds is the last time you got to do these today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Lunge. Front to side. Rainbow arms. 2 and 1. So draw that rainbow. Start at the bottom by your hips. Finish your rainbow out in front. Good, 10 seconds. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have dumbbell swings. Dumbbell swings. 3, 2, and 1. So again, just start with your hinge. Does not have to be big arms. Hinge and hinge right here. If you can bring it up. We're bringing it up by squeezing our buns, using momentum, not overarching our low back. Chest is forward, head to the ceiling. Nice, good hinge. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, rows. Single, single, double. Here's 3, 2, and 1. So little hinge. This is another one. You do not have to be super forward folded. If you watch my dumbbell, the end of my dumbbell really does just track up from my knee to my hips. From the knee to the hips. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Speed freaks. Option, dumbbell. Option, no dumbbell. 2 and 1. So I'm going to shuffle, reach for the floor. Shuffle, reach for the floor. You can just do a quick little crab walk. Reach. So you've got 2 cones. Tap the cone. Shuffle, tap the cone. It can be a tall traffic cone. I've got traffic cones outside my house right now that are taller than I am, I swear. Imagine a little bit of a shorter cone. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Side plank clamshell or hold a dumbbell, side leg lift. We're on the other side here. 2 and 1. So I'm just going to do my clamshell, hold my side plank. If you want to just do your clamshells on your side, no side plank, that's okay. If you just want to do your side plank, that's okay too. Our last exercise is going to be a push-up with a down dog. If you're standing, you can choose banded chest presses, or you can choose incline, push-up down dog, or just incline down dog. Okay, so a little core work here. Good, bring it in. Now, can you be on your knees and do a push-up with a child's pose? Yes, you can. 2 and 1. This is our last exercise today. That's why we're only doing this once. So you're just going to do a nice good push-up, and then you're going to lift up, down dog. This is kind of cardio, kind of strength, kind of core. You have 10 seconds. Shoulders away from the ears, pinch them together. This is also really good tricep work. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it in. Walk around. If you're standing, walk around. If you're on the floor, you're welcome to come back up to standing and walk around. You can stay on the floor if you'd like. You have options. I'm just going to stay on the floor. I feel okay staying on the floor. If you feel like your heart rate and your breathing are still pretty high, feel free to stand up and walk around. If you are on the floor with me, I am not going to lie on my back yet. I am going to stay where I'm at, make sure I'm feeling okay. I would tell you what my heart rate is right now, but since we went camping, I cannot find my Apple Watch. Pretty sure it's in my husband's car. It's not at the campground anymore. But of course it's dead, so I can't find it. I can't find my whatever because it died. So I guess that'll be a project. But I'm sure my heart rate is pretty high. So feel free to walk around. Feel free to just keep your body moving. When you are ready, we're going to do our 90-90s. Now you can stay standing, just take one leg out and do a wiggle and do like 8 to 10 and then take your other leg out and do your wiggle. So you can stay standing 100% or seated, but I'm just going to focus on bringing my hip in. I'm not trying to go all the way over with both legs. I am focusing on just that internal rotation of my hip. I'm keeping my buns glued to the floor. So I'm really trying to move just my leg. And you can see my leg does not go to the floor. So I'm just trying to get that internal rotation. Because on this leg, I need to work on more internal rotation. That's kind of my bane. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're all going to go all the way over to one side, 90-90. If you are standing, have a seat, cross this ankle over this thigh. So if you are sitting in a chair, this ankle over this thigh, we're going to turn over this leg and then we're going to hinge. And I want you to really think about sitting into this leg. You are also welcome to sit up taller and gently press down on this inner thigh. So if your leg does not touch the ground, stay upright and gently press it out. You can also press it down. Take your palm, set it on the bottom of your foot, and you're going to do a little tug of war. So shoulder down, you're going to push in on your foot, and then your foot's going to push out on your hands. That's going to deepen your stretch. 2 and 1. We're going to bring it all the way up. You may have to lean back a little. You may have to adjust your body position. Back leg. I want you to try to lift the foot off the ground and set it down. Lift the foot and set it down. Now you may have to lean forward just a little to get it to come up, but we don't want to lean forward, and that's the only way we can get the leg up. So it's just the effort. You might think, my foot doesn't go anywhere. Think about that effort. Little lift, little down. 2 and 1. Bring it in. Let's switch it up and over to the other side. We're going to do the same thing. So 90-90, or cross this ankle over this knee. Do the same thing we are. Your first option, turn, do a little hinge, sink into it. Second option, sitting a little bit more tall, we very gently press down on that inner thigh. And you can use your opposite hand to press down. Third option, gently press down on that inner thigh. Take your hand, set it on that foot, brace your core, shoulder is down, and it's just that little tug of war. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, bring it up. Now we're going to do the same thing with that back leg. So adjust your body position as needed. And we're going to lift, and then we're going to lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So it's that little bit of internal rotation. Good, couple more. Rotate in like you're trying to take the top of your thigh towards the floor. Last one. Good, bring it in. We're gonna bring it into the center. We're gonna take those legs out straight. Hamstring stretch, knees are straight. Quads are a little bit squeezed, feet are relaxed, and we're just gonna walk ourselves out. So it's just a little walk forwards, a little hinge forwards. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way up. Option 1, sit tall. One hand reaches back for the other. You can basket weave your fingers, or you can just have one hand grab the other. Lengthen your elbows and then start to lift. So you can lengthen and then lift. This is your option 1. Option 2, hands by your hips. Heels on the floor, shoulders down. We're gonna lift our buns off the floor and just hold it. You can do a little side to side wiggle, a little forward back wiggle. The higher you lift your hips off the floor, the harder this is. So if you're just gonna lift your hips off the ground for an inch and hold it and then set it down again, that's perfectly okay. I'm gonna lift up into kind of a reverse tabletop. This is a really good stretch of the shoulders and biceps for me, but if this does not work for you, you can pick a different option. 2 and 1. Carefully bring it down. Let's flip it over into a child's pose. So flipping it over, hands and knees, sit your hips back towards your heels. Gonna reach those arms out. You are welcome to be elevated here. You can come to standing. You can have your hands on a chair or a countertop. I like doing this with my arms elevated because I can get into a deeper stretch that way. And 3, 2, 1. Let's pull ourselves forwards into that plank. We're going to point our toes, drop our hips down towards the floor, squeeze the glutes. You can come down onto your forearms. You can come all the way down onto your tummy and rest your chin on your hands. You do not have to be up here. If you're standing, you can put the hands on the shelf of your glutes and push down. That will push your hips forwards without overarching your back. 2 and 1. Tuck the toes under. Just walk your hips back towards your heels. Hands come towards your knees. Roll the shoulders. You can do a little wrist circle. Change direction. We're going to take one leg around to the front. We're just going to come up to a standing position. We're going to take a deep breath in. Right hand is going to grab the left wrist, and we're going to very gently lift it up and over. It's okay if you're going to be here instead. It's just adding that little extra stretch, and then down. Good. Big breath in. Left hand gently grabs the right wrist, and we think about lifting it up. And I think about up more than I think about over. I'm lifting my ribs up and lowering my hips down, expanding the space between my hips and my ribs. Bring it in, shoulders down, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up, look to one side, look to the other. Bring it into the center, big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale one more time. And out, and you are all done.